All right. Good morning. We're back. You can go ahead. You can still share it. It's been a week off, and someone has been a little bit sick. But here we are. So we took a week off, and I'm Jason.
And I'm Jackie, and we're the Flames.
Well, you got to break the routine. All right. This week's subject matter, our topic is balancing marriage, work, and parenting. So, who we got out there watching? We have any other parents that are watching that go through this struggle? Is it a struggle?
No, it's a cakewalk.
No
This
problem.
this raising kids at any age, and everyone's like, "Oh, we have a newborn. My husband's the best father ever." Hasn't gotten real yet, friends. You've just lost a little sleep. Just wait.
Oh my goodness. Well,
It's
this
better.
this is a fun topic. We've had a lot going on in our life. Yeah, just a lot going on in our life. So this is a pretty good topic for us to dive into. So anyway, good morning to everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. See a couple people out there. If you are watching, comment, like, and share. Also, don't forget to go over to Master Motivation Podcast on YouTube and subscribe. So yeah, balance, that word balance, marriage, work, and parenting. There is no balance. There's no balance. There's just no balance. It's not like the force. There's no balance in the force, right? It's a juggling act of going from one thing to the next and coming back. Um, so yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, there's times when some things take over and something has to take a back seat, and I feel like if you start off with a strong foundation, you can't some parts of the puzzle can, because it is kind of a puzzle that you're some parts of the puzzle can take a back seat sometimes, and that's okay. Like last week, you were somewhere else and I was homesick, and
you had to be all alone and deal with it yourself. And I didn't get sick.
yeah,
Don't get too
careful
close.
there. Don't
Don't
get
get
too
too close.
smug.
Don't get too close. Don't cough on me. Um, yeah, a puzzle. That's a good way of explaining a puzzle, like a Rubik's Cube. Like you're focusing on trying to get one side red, and as soon as you get the one side red, the other sides are all a mess. And then you're like, okay, let's get white on this side, and then the red's gone again. You're like, what the heck? I've never solved a Rubik's Cube ever in my life.
You
Uh,
just move the stickers.
or you take it apart.
Yeah.
But Anthony Perez, if Anthony was watching, I've seen him complete a Rubik's Cube.
Which Anthony?
Not big Anthony, little Anthony. Anthony,
Really?
yeah, I've seen him
He's a
do it.
Rubik's Cube
He
guy?
does
That's
it really fast.
impressive. That's
Seen him do it.
impressive.
Anyway, all right, well, let's dive into this first question because it talks about the juggle. When work, kids, and responsibilities all compete for attention, how do you decide what gets priority without feeling like you're failing somewhere else? You don't.
You don't. You address the most immediate need that needs help. I mean, you just you have to prioritize things though, and never let anything go completely down to zero, because then you're starting from scratch over and over again, and including yourself, right? Like you can't completely neglect yourself and let yourself drop down to zero, which every mom needs to hear and a lot of dads, but still need to give yourself a little bit of time and priority.
Sometimes I think we have a pretty unique life experience because our marriage, work, and parenting all intertwine in so many different ways. We own the business together, both kids work in the business. And so it's like it's all kind of entwined. I couldn't imagine what it would be like if you had like your own full-time career. I had my own full-time separate career, and like we had to balance those two things. And while the kids were both in school and working jobs and trying to make family time. I mean,
People do it
it's just a
though.
lot.
I mean,
It's
they
a
do
lot.
it beautifully. It's just not a road we've ever been down, but like people do it, and I admire that. Like you have a whole different w- outdoor work life, right? Like, other people's lives are impacting one of you, but not both of you, and
Hmm.
that's a whole different thing.
Yeah. Um, but as far as, when things are competing for our attention, I think, prioritizing, like you said, and hitting the most important thing that's right in front of us, keeping in mind what's coming up ahead. Like, I mean, April's coming up, right? And taxes. So like it's there and we're preparing, and but we still got other things like a dog. And things within the business that we've got to handle, things that are going on at school, things that are going on in Maddie's work. You can't. I mean, we only had two kids for a reason too, right? Because we each only have two arms. But you can't get too overstretched, and we've been there too, where we've been overstretched, overcommitted, too many things happening, and things do. They just start to slip, and the things that cannot slip are our marriage, number one, keeping that strong, because without that being strong, like nothing else in my
Right.
life would even go right. Um, Being able to parent, our marriage being strong makes it easier for us to be better parents. And then I think like work is third to all of that. Our marriage is first, our kids are second, and work is third.
Yeah.
There's been times where well, just last week, right? I had to go to Utah and say goodbye to my dad, and that was the priority. Like that was the priority at the moment, and knowing that the kids were going to be okay and you were going to be okay, and then we would come back to what was next. And Maddie was sick, Mason was sick. It was like, oh my gosh, all the things happening all at once, but like just had to put that. And it wasn't easy to leave knowing that you weren't feeling well, come back knowing the kids weren't feeling well, and oh gosh, I've been gone for a week, so now I got a lot of catch up of what I wasn't doing. So it is a juggling act, completely and totally a juggling act, but keeping your main focus and priorities in mind, I think, is most important, because there's a whole lot of other stuff. We have the chamber, we've got the podcast. Podcast is fun for us to do, but we gave it up last week. It
Right.
just wasn't the priority of what had to be done. So a lot of things that we love to do, but again, not in the priority.
Are
So,
you saying we should keep the main thing the main thing?
oh
Is that what you just
I
said?
please don't say that. Please don't say that. What show was that again? Who was that?
It was like that
Bachelor in Paradise?
blind Love is Blind.
Love is Blind.
And it's back. It's back. They just introduced the male cast.
Does anybody else watch Love is Blind?
Everyone watches Love is
We
Blind.
are
What?
suckers for that show.
It's
Love is
terrible.
Blind. It's garbage TV, but it's fun to watch. Anyway, back
Next.
at the next question. Go ahead.
This,
Yep.
what intentional habits help you protect your marriage when parenting and work start to take over your schedule? Intentional habits.
You're asking me?
No, I mean,
Well, you asked it, so I have to answer. Intentional habits. Checking in every day, like checking in. Um, we always talk about this, like first thing in the morning. Okay, what's your day look like? We both look at our calendars, figure out the day. But also like, are you okay? Are you okay? How do you feel? Not just physically, when you're sick, but how are you feeling emotionally? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Are you feeling like you've got too much on your plate? How can I help you? Where can I fill in?
right.
So I think checking in is something that we do as an intentional habit. Communicating.
Yeah.
I think, whether we're having lunch or we're having dinner or we're doing a podcast, we are communicating and getting on the same page. So I think checking in and clear communication are definitely some intentional habits. Um, and being mindful of, I'm always trying to be mindful of when I notice that you're overwhelmed. If I notice that you're overwhelmed, or that we're in a situation that's too much, like there's been times where I've had to like, let's just go. We got to leave an event because I know it's too much.
Many
Or
times.
at home, where you're having an emotional moment, or you're having, just a struggle or a challenge, and I have to I try to intentionally recognize that.
Yes.
How about you?
I mean, I try to be there for you too. Like every morning, what,
You
oh my
try?
gosh.
You only try?
I only try. I don't try
I
hard.
think you do a good job.
No, but like, how many times is it? What's on your plate today? What can I take off? No, you can't take anything off my plate. And so I know when to also give you some space in the day, and but also check in and send you little memes sometimes or
I love
funny
the memes.
screenshots.
I love the memes. I love the videos that you send me. I post them. You guys saw them. Yeah, and even like last night, um, this is maybe a little off topic, but like last night was pretty cool because I knew that I was filling in to teach a couple classes. And normally on Tuesday nights, I've been really making a big effort to go to wrestling class because I love wrestling and I just like being in the ring. And but I knew I was going to be late, and I sent you a text, and I said, I think I'm going to skip wrestling tonight. And you're like, don't, don't skip wrestling. And this time I had to, but like actually a couple weeks ago, you're like, don't miss it, just go. You
Yeah.
know, whatever's in the. So I think you intentionally remind me of what is important,
Yeah.
even though I am willing to sacrifice it and give it up. I think you intentionally kind of push me to do those things that you know that I like to do.
Yeah, and I also know that days like today when we're driving out to UCLA for the checkups, that that's a whole day you miss of things, right? Like I know I try to be aware of that you're gonna miss things because for me, and I want you to have your things too.
Hmm.
So it's important.
Very intentional. We are very intentional. Teamwork. Teamwork at home. How do you divide responsibilities in a way that feels fair and adjust when seasons of life change? Um,
Oh, easy.
you go ahead.
Well, like um our rule, like our unwritten rule is whoever's in bed last makes the bed, it seems like, right? That's kind of our unwritten rule. We always make our bed, just do. And we have been, sometimes one of us will sleep in and go, oh shoot, I need to jump in the shower. And then the other of us will just jump in right behind and make the bed. Or the trash needs throwing. It's somebody's
People just
responsibility
thought
here.
that you said me jump in the shower with you. That's what everybody was hearing. That's what I heard. That's tomorrow.
um the trash needs throwing and that's somebody's responsibility. It's not ours, but it's everyone's. And um one of us is always backing the other one up. If one's throwing the trash, the other one's putting the liners in and doing the dishwasher. And I don't know, I just feel like we don't really have jobs where we're like, that's not my job, I'm not going to do that. Although you're not really loving laundry lately, I've noticed. But for the most
I
part,
love laundry.
um yeah, I mean, nobody has a job, right? Everybody has things they need to do. Or when we have people over, like, okay, the first thing you say is, where do you need me? What do you need me to do?
Uh-huh.
And you jump on the floors and, I'm in the kitchen and then you're behind me in the kitchen. And I know people heard you're behind me in the kitchen. This
Wow.
is turning a bad way. Okay.
No, I think it's a good way, very good way. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, you nailed it when you said we don't have jobs. Like we don't divide the responsibility. The responsibility is ours, and we just jump in whatever needs to be done. Like, I mean, either one of us will take out the trash. Either one of us will do the dishes. Um, I will make the pancakes. You will do the laundry. There are some things that
Yeah.
you will do more often than I, but when it comes to household responsibilities or even outside, like you said, if there's a lot of stuff that I've got to get done in a day, you're like, what can I do to take something off your hands? Or I will say, hey, I'm going here.
Yeah.
Do you have anything for me to pick up? So I think it's pretty easy for us to share the responsibility. I think the other thing too is that um, neither one of us take a like I'm not the I'm the man of the house, but I'm not like, I wear the pants in the family. And I'm not going to say, well, no, my wife wears the pants. Like neither one of us are the boss,
Right.
right? We are a
Remember,
team.
there is a boss in the family, and
This is
that's
this is the boss right here.
yeah.
But what I'm saying is that neither one of us are the boss where we just know, like there's certain times when we have family come over and you're cooking or preparing, like I have no problem just saying, all right, where do you need me? Like you said, like just jump in. Or if I'm at the barbecue and I'm cooking, you'll come out, okay, can I bring you a plate? Can I get you this?
Right.
And we just easily fill in. It's like any one of us can be the president or vice president at the same time. Like no problem, we can switch very easily. So
Yeah.
I think that's how we do it. Um, that's amongst us. Now, as far as our kids go, do I really want to dive into that? But I will say that the kids are pretty good at taking care of their responsibilities, but they are also very good at filling in, specifically the time in need when you were in the hospital and I wasn't in the school and Maddie just jumped right in. What can I do to help? Kind of the same mentality that we have for each other. They both stepped up and did that really, really well. And
Yeah.
so. Now, taking out the trash for Mason, doesn't always happen. Maddie's pretty good about keeping everything clean upstairs. We have this thing where like the kids live upstairs and we live downstairs. It's like their apartment. We try to just divide it. But I find myself going up there cleaning up after the cats sometimes too. But nevertheless, I think we all work really well as a team together.
Okay.
Number 4.
When time is limited, what does meaningful connection look like with us and with the kids to you?
When time is limited. Um,
Time is always limited, right?
Yeah.
That's the definition of time, really.
So I just saw a memory pop up on Facebook actually. And I was sitting at this very table,
Of course.
because it's the white table. Jackie calls where I sit because it is a white table. But she refers to it as you're sitting at the white table again. It's kind of like my desk at home. But anyway, it's the kitchen table. So I was sitting at the desk doing some work and I looked over and Mason was doing homework or doing something, and Maddie was like right there, and you were cooking dinner, and I just happened to take a picture and say, I wanna remember this moment that like we were all together, and it was so fun. My point is that um, we don't always make the time. Sometimes we just find ourselves in that moment
Yeah.
and recognizing that like it's rare that all 4 of us are home at the same time.
Yeah.
um, we tend to try to have Sunday dinners. That's kind of the one request that we have is that we try to have dinner together. But you know, between our work schedules and their work schedules and school schedules and different stuff, we're going in different directions a lot. But there are times where, hey, we know that we've got some time today. Like, let's go see a movie. Or do you guys want to go with us? You know, we're not all going, but you're going to Disneyland with Maddie in a week or so. So yeah, time is definitely limited for us because we're all going in so many different directions and we're all pretty active and busy. So it's just, I think, recognizing the moment
I
that we
think
have.
that's a great point because there's not always like a moment that you can plan and you can set aside, but if you can appreciate the moments that you do get, oh my gosh, you and this dog, that's my
Baby.
puppy. That's my
My baby, she loves me.
um I think if you can appreciate the times that you do have, whether they're planned or not, the impromptu times sometimes are still meaningful
Mhm.
family time. So
And like, you know, certain times of year, like in between Christmas and New Year's, fancy dinner.
fancy
Went
dinner
to
between.
Din Tai Fung. And like, you know, it doesn't always have to be like a perfect thing. It's just enjoy it, you know, enjoy that time, find that time, make that moment, recognize being in the moment. So yeah, guys, thanks again for watching. Wow, a lot of people jumping on. Hope you
No,
are liking. I don't see any comments yet, but shares would be appreciated. And don't forget, go over to Master Motivation Podcast on YouTube and subscribe. We got one more question, and we're talking about the balance or the juggling of parenting, marriage, and work. So our last question is, what's one mindset shift that's helped us extend more grace to yourself and your spouse during busy or overwhelming seasons?
whew, a mindset shift has been huge for us. Like, I mean, you say it all the time. I'm freaking out about something or I stress out about something, and you say this is not a major problem. We're all healthy. We are all have here with a roof over our heads, and you know, we have what we need, and that's a huge mindset shift. I feel like for me.
Yeah. coming from myself, who for the longest time would stress out about the most minor inconvenience. Like if I found a spelling error in one of my social media posts, it would be like a catastrophe to me that I had to fix right now. And just every little thing that was a problem. And this goes back way into my childhood of if there's ever one little thing that was wrong, I would freak out and just obsess over it. But when you were sick, and now recently with my dad passing, I just said it the other day. I said, no one is sick and no one is dying. Everything else is a minor inconvenience, right? It's not earth shattering. It's not gonna, our world is not gonna come crashing down. Um, so that for me, having, being forced to take a time out of life and take care of you and go through all that we went through, that was the biggest mindset shift. And that wasn't until I was, after I was 50 years old. So like I lived 50 years of my life stressing on all of these little things that had that happen last year wouldn't even cross my radar. Not
Right.
even, not even a little bit. And now it's the same thing. Like if you knew me before I was 50, you would be like, even the kids say, they're like, you're kind of soft and
Oh, I don't
calm now. And I'm
know
like,
about that, but
I mean, I don't know if I'm soft, but yeah, I don't let things bother me nearly as much because it just doesn't really matter that much. So
yeah,
I think giving yourself grace and giving yourself a little bit more credit. Sometimes we are working and trying so hard in different areas of our life that we're so hyper focused on that we can't really see through it or past it.
right.
And if you could just kind of step back and see through it or see past it, that everything's going to be good. Everything is going to be good.
I agree. I agree. I really don't have anything to add to that except maybe um with the kids, we want everything to be perfect as parents for them, right? We want to craft their world and help them, but you know, everything ends up okay. They find their way. They just do. So, and we know that.
I mean, we turned out okay, I think.
I'm great.
Kind of. Yeah. I wonder if our parents had the same worries and the same thoughts and the
I'm
same.
sure of it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank y'all for watching and hanging out with us for a little bit. We're gonna go get on with the rest of our day. We got a checkup today, which I'm sure is gonna go really well. This dog's gonna fall asleep in my arms right now, and I'm gonna go teach some classes tonight and go to the gym. What else we got? We got anything else?
Um, I don't. I think that's it.
I think that's all.
I left the day open because I didn't know what I was doing today after the doctor, and yeah,
That's it.
all is well.
All right, guys. Well, listen, go out and enjoy it. Embrace the juggling act of life. And we'll be back next week with a new topic. And we can't wait to see you. So see you
Have
later.
a good week.
Give me a kiss. Mwah.